The ultimate Kaya959 Top 30 with DJ Keyez.
It's a brand new year of the ultimate Kaya959 Top 30, and we're kickstarting interviews off in the month of love. And I had to get somebody who has, I believe, the hottest yeses. I don't think if you're in a relationship, okay, let me put it this way. If you are in a relationship and they haven't made you do the Pagatelami challenge on social media, question your place. That's all I'm going to say. Question your place. Anyway, Nomfundo Moh Ngcobo joining me in studio. How are you?
I'm good, Butwami, ninjani?
Ngiphilile, uMapolo vele.
Impela ufuza umashiza kandaba.
Manje ngiyezwa bathi ngale endwendwe bathi Mosquito.
Impela kunjalo.
Is that like true?
Yeah, it's true. Actually, the Mo comes from Mosquito.
Okay. Because I was about to ask, Nomfundo Moh, how does Ngcobo turn into Mo?
Yeah, it's because I was like, okay, unomfundo is enough to describe me nokuthi ngubani ngiqhamukapi, but uMo, that name is very deep for me. As you can see with Vele, I'm still tiny. I've been tiny. I'm very energetic. So I make sure I occupy every space nje mangithola ithuba, and people were like, you are like a mosquito, umncane, but you have great impact.
And that voice as well for somebody your size.
Exactly. Mosquito.
All right. Let's get to know Mosquito on Kaya959. We're introducing it to you because you probably know the song, but you're wondering, who's this person behind the song? I can tell you right now, she's 21, turning 22 in July. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I'm okay, terrible.
Let's
talk about you growing up in Ndwendwe, right? Because I'm told you started in church, but you were 6. Ingane masina 6 ziyadlala le masimini or something like that. What are you doing singing in church at 6?
Not me. I'm a very special child. Ingane ehlukile nomfundo. Mengithanda nje spotlight ngumuntu othanda ukuthi nje makunento eyenza ukuthi umuntu abe out there or into that has to do with entertainment. That's my time to shine. Okay. Every time. Let it be umshado mhlawumbe wasemndenini, I make sure ukuthi I do something. Isesontweni because vele ngikhulele esontweni ngingane sesontweni. So that was one of ama platforms oqale ngawathola to showcase ukuthi I am gifted, and i-response engangithola from the church members iyona yanginika ugqozi to actually carry on, and I did the same thing nasesikoleni when there were concerts ngakhula kanjalo.
But I'm thinking as a child, man, we do things for fun. Umzali uyacula, nawuzocula because well, everybody's doing it. When did you actually know that I'm actually good at this?
Because ama positive feedbacks mengawathole ekhaya kuphela because umzala ngakukhohlisa because uyingane yakhe, but the moment abantu bangaphandle bethi hey mandini ingane yakho hayi icula kahle ingane yakho, all those small compliments ebengiwathola iwona benginika that drive ukuthi ayi maybe akuyona nje into nje le ngayithatha lightly, let me do something about it. But then over the years ngisayingane bengibelieve ukuthi okay, if I just sing amacula abantu, that is something because that's what I could do at that time. And then when I was 16, that's when I started to no, let me write and see if it makes sense or if I can be a songwriter.
Yeah. We'll get to that point because we'll go grade 11. People believe grade 11 is harder than matric. When at grade 11 you're thinking of learning how to write music. We'll get to that. Musical influences that got you besides the church music.
Besilalela kakhulu imculo yasemakhaya abomgqumeni umaskandi abo baphuze ekhemisi, so low music loyo ngikhule kakhulu ngawo, abo Brenda Fassie bengibalela kakhulu, and I still look up to her ingangokuthi sound yami nje inakho ukuthola ilokhuzani motivation from her or inspiration from her.
Manje wawungayanga le route emaskandi?
I believe ukuthi music wami accommodate everything. I wanted to come up with something that's unique, something that's different. So I felt like mangithi maskandi ngizobe ngilimita, but I know ukuthi Afropop yami it actually fuses everything engicabanga ukuthi ichaza kabanzi ngalapho ngiqhamuka khona. There's that touch of gospel nyana here and there. There's that touch of umaskandi here and there. So I have everything.
No, you do, because I've seen some people describe you as somebody who's very soulful, but at the same time, music spirituality nyana. We'll chat about that, right? Grade 11, so now 16. Now you're feeling, I need to write my own songs. When Zamakava, you do all of that, right? When did you feel like, as in, let me start doing my own thing and stop recording in Kudo Zabanya Bantu? Because at that point, you in grade 11, you don't know, nobody has trained you to be a songwriter, if I could put it like that.
Ngingasho ngithi our classmates bami and schoolmates at that time, they had great impact ekuthenini, no, let me do something about this. Because njalo makunezinto esikoleni, they'll be like, okay, sometimes ama grades aqhudelane, like it's a competition.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, we always sing amaculo abantu. Nomfundo, awukwazi ukuthi uqhamukele nento unique nyana, because they believed in me. And I was like, okay, let's see. I started writing. I'm like, okay, how does this sound? There was a guy who could play a keyboard at the time, and he managed to bring the sound to life. And I was like, okay, I think this is going somewhere. And everyone was amazed because they actually thought he Culo Labantu. And that was actually my first attempt in writing. So I was like, let me write even more.
Yeah. Now that you're a superstar, when you look back, out of 10, how would you rate that song, that first one? now that you know what you're doing.
I would say 7.
7? Well, that's not bad. I mean, 70% is not bad.
It's really not bad, because in terms of writing, for umuntu obeqala ukuzibhalela ingoma, it was nice, but then I think I could have done better.
I mean, of course. Yeah. Yes. And then obviously matric comes, right? Mm-hmm. At that point, you feeling you want to follow the music passion of umculi. But I know that ekhaya bangay understanding kahle lento music.
As much as being supporter, because they know ukuthi into engithandayo le, and maybe jabula nabo, maybe bona abantu bengijabulela with the music stuff. But akekho umuntu obecabanga ukuthi ngingase ngithi no, I want to take music seriously, as in kube career yami. So it became a big deal the moment they realized ukuthi no, I actually want to consider it as a career, because I've always been in academia. So they know Nomfundo being umuntu othanda imfundo.
Yeah.
So now that there's music in the picture and in Kombisugu are very interested kuona, they actually saw it as a threat to my education. Maybe I will drop eskoleni, maybe I will not focus, and then bese kuba inkinga, because maybe bona inkinga that usually happens with industry, and they were scared for me.
And actually she didn't. She went on to become a graduate, UKZN. So Abazali now can calm down. The degree's there, it's in the bag. Now she can do what she does best. Why did you decide to study to become a social worker?
Because I've always believed ukuthi ngumuntu wabantu. From a very young age, ngumuntu othanda abantu, ngumuntu who's very caring, and I thought if ngiba sespacing esongenza ukuthi ngidile nabantu, I'll be in a peaceful place, ngizobe ngingadukile. And I even do the same thing even ku music kwami, because njengamanje since ngifocus kakhulu ku music, I still see personality yami being drawn straight to the arts that I'm doing.
Yeah. But what introduced you to social work? As a police, I will want every day. Doctor, nurse, social workers, especially they're very few, man. Did you go, I don't know, career deniana maybe?
Vele ke mina bengumuntu obethanda ukuhamba like izinto zama programs ekanjalo, like career programs and all that. So the moment ngilokhu ngizwa ngichazeleka more about the social workers, ngizobe ngingadukile ke mangikhethe social work, because ngisho ukuthi I'd wanna be a nurse. My mom is a nurse, and I'm like, mina nginakho ukusaba if ngibona omunye umuntu esenhlungwini kanjalo. So let me rather help umuntu by talking to them.
Where you come from is about an hour away from Durban, I'd say, right? Mm-hmm. You go to UKZN. Tina, like Goli, we used to people leaving KZN, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, wherever, coming here to pursue a certain dream, right? Uzala, ufuna ukuba accountant, ufuna ukuba lawyer. And then the reality of student life hits you. You go, hey, kanti kumnandi kanje ukuzilawula. Social res, nobody tells you when to come, it's basically all up to you, right? How difficult was it for you to be disciplined enough uqeda your degree and now pursue the dream? Because at some stage, people lose it along the way, hey?
Ngingasho ngithi indawo engikhule kuyona iyona engisize kakhulu ukuthi ngibe ile ndlela engiyiyona. Ngingasho ngithi angijahe ndawo not
Really?
yes, angijahe ndawo, like everything izohappena at a time.
Yeah.
Ngeke ngisho ukuthi now that mhlambe sengikwi spotlight, let me use this opportunity, let me do this and that. No, like angijahe ndawo, I'm gonna do everything kahle. Ngingasho ngithi nje konke lokho ngikufunde lapho ngikhula khona, because ngikhule kakhulu ngalento ukuthi appreciate what you have. So noma ngithi sekuyafika okunye okukhulu kunalokho, ngeke uzusho ukuthi ngwavele bengivele ngasafuna ukuba la.
Yeah.
So nginaleyo nto le emqondweni wami ukuthi no, yonke into ngisho nento engiyifunayo nengifisayo izokwenzeka when the time is right. So I'm not a rebellious child futhi.
What do you do for fun?
Ngihlala nabangani bami, siyasidansela, listen to music.
Nihlalela nje.
Yes, mina ngithanda ukuba indoors kakhulu. So
Okay.
yeah, ngithanda nje ukuphuma out if I have to do music, if kumele ngihlangane namanye ama-artist, or if I have ama-shows and gigs.
Yeah. All right, talking about ukuhlangana namanye ama-artist, we're about to get into the music part of her journey. If you're joining us right now, her name is Nomfundo Moh Mosquito. I love that name. She's still as tight as a mosquito, but hey, man, the voice and the talent is what we're talking about. Now, eventually, we're going to get to the hits that you made today. I mean, Phakathi is probably, I know that last week it got into the top 5 in terms of the Radio Monitor SA songs right now. So your song is up there, right?
Yes.
Before Suyagu Phakathi, you spoke about meeting with other artists, right? Now, you graduate, you're thinking of taking this as a professional career. First move, begin.
First move yami, ngingasho ukuthi nje kuqala ngaba nenhlanhla ukuthi ngihlangane with uBhutmpilo and the team that I'm working with right now.
Okay.
So ibona abangenza ngabona ukuthi no, actually my dreams are valid, so let me take this seriously. Step sokuqala was to write as many songs as possible, because if someone believes in you, now you need to prove yourself ukuthi it's worth it. They're not just investing ukuthi akuzoba iloss le.
Yeah.
So I wrote as many songs, which is why ke sine album now, Amagama, which I finished early last year, around about June. Because aim yami ukuthi ngingaphazamiseki nasesikoleni, because I wanted to finish the degree, which sengiqedile ke now.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you met the team that you met with. And I know for a fact, you're blowing up scared you at some point. You didn't think it would happen so soon. You've got the number 1 song in Mzansi right now. Was this one, Jan?
For me, it's more like a dream come true.
Yeah.
And also it's a motivation for abo bhuti bami no sis bami abangilandelayo that we've been hustling with, ukuthi no, abangayi ukupusha because one of their own is making it. Not that I've made it yet, but I'm slowly making
it. Yeah,
I believe I haven't made it because I'm not where I want to be.
In the industry for 10 years, number 1.
I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm super grateful for the growth, and I'm sure it's gonna inspire others. And for me, that's a win. If someone is inspired out there, that's a win for me.
Lilizela uyenze nini nobani?
Lilizela ngayibhala ngo-2020. Ngisebenza no producer wami who actually produced all my songs, the whole album Amagama, which is Nation Cross. Shout out to him. Ililizela was my first single engasho ngithi ngathi mangirecorda ngeza ukuthi no, this one is worth ukuthi iziwe umhlaba wonke. I won't just send the song to people on WhatsApp, but I want to take it seriously ukuthi abantu bayizwe kahle. Hence ke ngazama imizamo ngangamandla ami at that time ukuthi ngiyenze ibe available on digital stores. But because I wasn't financially stable that time, because ngangisebenzela on my own.
Yeah.
That's when I got to meet a team that I'm working with now, because abantu like abangithandayo kept on sharing the song in Ilizela.
Yeah.
And I got lucky. Then we started working.
Talk about the content in that song. Ilizela, what is it about?
Ilizela. Ilizela ngingasho ngithi I love songs. Now I angithanda because abantu usually respond kahle once I write my love songs.
Yeah.
So ngangibhala nayo, we were in Feb, njengoba Feb nje manje.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wrote the song because I thought it would be very relevant since kuyinyanga yothando. then release a snippet sayo because I wanted to see how people would react to it before I even decide what's keep. And people were actually very crazy and they were like, hey, that Lili is very, very catchy. So I was like, okay, that's the whole aim. If it's catchy, then it means there are high chances you're gonna like the song.
Mara, what are you saying in the song? That's still my question.
Okay, what I'm saying, Lafa eculeni ukuthi, okay, Lilizela wemlilizeli ayeni ngibongiseni. I'm asking everyone who's around me ukuthi angibongise because I'm in love. Not really that I'm in love. Mina ngumuntu othi mayibhala amaculo ngithanda ukuthi ngingazifaki ngedwa ngoba ingoma ilalelwa yimi kuphela. You're also going to listen to the song. Okay. He's also going to listen to the song. So whatever I put there, it is my experiences plus my observations of life. Because those are things that you are also going to go through. So I know maybe hlampe usemathandweni and some people out there are like, it's going to end in tears. So here I am being an optimistic. Being optimistic ukuthi no. It will not end in tears. Abantu abalilizele. If usemathandweni mabalilizele nabo balinda ukuthi elabithuba liyeza because angeke size silungelwe izinto kanye kanye.
Okay. When were you in love at the time?
No, I'm God's child.
Oh, God. Oh, what do you mean you God's child? So God says...
No, I'm still a baby.
Oh, you're still a baby. Hi, Mosquito, she's still a baby. You're still a baby. Where do you get the experience then? How? Yes. Anyway.
It's right. What I observe.
Yeah. All right. And then umthwalo boneni go.
Umthwalo, it actually reveals kakhulu umina as Nomfundo and as umuntu ohlezi esho ukuthi uthanda abantu. Ungagcini ngongizwa ngithi ngithanda abantu, but ngenzela ukuthi lokho nikubone even in my writing skills. So umthwalo, burden, for me, it's me saying wonke umuntu unomthwalo ongangaye. Ungangibuki ungibone ngimncane and be like njengoba ukhuluma indaba yasemathandweni ungangibuki ngibona ngimncane and be like okay, I don't go through stuff. I have izinto engibhekana nazo ezingangami. You also have izinto engangawe, but okubalekile is for you to have the courage to talk about those stuff, because I was trying to address the issue suicide. Abantu bezithole sebe depressed and then end up trying to commit suicide because they couldn't find help or they couldn't reach anyone abazokhuluma nabo and feel better. So nje zama ukuthi kube khona umuntu ozokhuluma naye so that you can feel lighter, umthwalo uphunyuzwe usuke kuwe.
God's child. That's who she is. But you said you are, right?
Yes,
no,
I am. Buka nje ukuthi ngikhathalela kanjani ngibhala iculo so that you can feel lighter.
You know? Wow. All right.